Sometimes life throws you a line so sharp and ugly it sticks in your head like a bad song you can't shake. For me, it was this. You people always get the nice things, but you never deserve them. Yeah, that's what this kid spat out at me, right in my own parking lot, as if I was some unwelcome shadow in his perfect little world. I'd had my fair share of sideways glances and passive-aggressive garbage can placements creeping over my property line. But this was different. This wasn't a whisper. It was a full-throated declaration from a pampered 21-year-old who thought the world owed him everything. Let me back up a sec. It was a blazing hot Saturday, sun melting the asphalt of our upscale townhouse complex parking lot, and I was just finishing up a quick grocery run. My car, a sleek black sedan I'd worked damn hard for over 20 years, gleamed in the sunlight, my one real indulgence, a symbol of discipline and quiet pride. I stood there, fit, neatly trimmed beard, white tee, black jeans, keys in hand, about to unlock the door, when he showed up. This kid, pale, flushed, wearing a garish yellow polo and khaki shorts that looked way too tight, strutted across the lot like he owned the place. He cut me off, finger jabbed right into my chest, and said, "I need your car." Not asked, demanded. I blinked, stunned for a second, then the anger settled in like a familiar fog. See, I'm not just any guy in this neighborhood. I'm the police chief of this city, a fact I usually keep quiet because, well, that's how I survive. But right then, I was just another black man standing in the way of someone who thought he was entitled. "Excuse me," I said, voice calm but icy. "You heard me," he sneered, glancing between me and my car, then thumbed back at his beat-up hatchback, dented and crooked in a corner. "My boys are waiting at the lake house. Dad took the SUV, Mom's got the convertible at the club. Your car's way better than this junk, so hand over the keys. I'll have it back tomorrow." His hand stretched out, palm up, like I was supposed to hand over my life's work like it was candy. Yeah, that happened. This kid was the son of the couple in 7B, folks who never spoke to me, but made their disdain clear in every quiet, hostile way you can imagine. But this was a whole new level of aggression that I kept my hands visible, keys loose, and said flatly, "That's not happening, kid. Did you just say no to me?" His voice raised, drawing the attention of a woman walking her dog nearby that he stepped in closer, way too close, and the stench of cheap cologne mixed with something I didn't want to identify hit me. "I am not giving you my car. Go back to your own vehicle and figure out another way to get to the lake." He scoffed, an ugly, short sound. "You think you can talk to me like that? Do you know who my father is? He'll straighten you out. You won't even be living in this neighborhood by the end of the week." Classic privileged empty threat. But I knew his old man, a perpetually angry guy, big and red-faced, who gave me the stink eye every time I pulled into my driveway, that I had a choice. Back down or stand my ground. Walking away would have been admitting their hatred had power. Standing firm? I knew it could get ugly, but you know what? That kind of insult, raw, unfiltered racism, lights a fuse you don't want to see burn out. Before I could even tell the kid to back off one last time, a door slammed open behind us. "What the hell is going on out here?" A booming voice echoed, and the kid's face split into a triumphant grin. "Dad, this guy's causing problems. Won't listen to reason." The cavalry had arrived, and I knew in that moment reason was the last thing they were bringing. His dad appeared, just like I remembered, only bigger and more menacing up close. Built like a linebacker long past his prime, neck thick, face perpetually reddened by rage or high blood pressure. His heavy steps pounded the asphalt like a war drum. He didn't even look at me at first. All his attention was on his son. "What's the problem?" he barked. "He won't let me borrow his car," the kid said, pointing a finger at me like I was broken equipment. Dad's eyes narrowed. The same look I'd seen 1,000 times in my career. A man who already decided facts don't matter, only power and race. "Is that so?" Dad growled, stepping closer, forming a hostile front with his son. "My boy needs your car, and you're refusing?" They weren't asking to borrow a cup of sugar. They wanted the keys to a $50,000 car based on entitlement and racial superiority. That I kept my posture calm. "That's right. I'm not lending him my car. Dad's face flushed even redder, a vein pulsing on his temple. This man wasn't used to being told no, especially not by someone he viewed as beneath him. From their porch, the mom appeared, stiff hair, tight face, clutching her phone, eyes locked on the showdown. She didn't shout, just watched, a silent enforcer for her family's aggression. The kid, feeling his dad's backup, stepped forward again. See? I told you he's a problem. Just take the keys, Dad. Dad's gaze slid over me with venom. We were perfectly happy before you moved in. Property values were stable. People felt safe. Now we have your kind. Loud music, fancy cars. You probably didn't even pay for it. There it was, the real weapon. The car was just a symbol. What they really hated was me. My success, my presence, my very existence in their world. My training kicked in. Years of de-escalation tried to keep me calm as raw human anger surged. I'm giving you one chance to walk away, I said, voice dropping. You and your son get back inside and forget this ever happened. Dad laughed, humorless. Or what? Then he lunged, a full-body shove, trying to pin me against my own car. But I didn't resist. I absorbed the force, turning with his push, letting him stumble forward, nearly crashing into my vehicle. That he regained balance, fury twisting his face. You son of a... Before he could finish, he swung a heavy fist. I stepped inside the punch, raised my forearm to deflect, the impact rattling me but not breaking skin. With my other hand, I grabbed his shirt, spun him around, breaking contact and creating space. His shock was clear, the assault neutralized too easily. I'm warning you. Stop. Final warning. My voice steel cold. The son screamed, panicked, fumbling for his phone. I'm calling the cops. You're going to be arrested. Do it, I said, eyes locked on his dad. The mother shrieked from the porch. He's attacking him. He's attacking my husband. A perfect performance. Instant lies to paint me as the aggressor. That I knew what would happen when officers arrived. A large white family accusing a lone black man. The optics? Not in my favor. I pulled out my phone, dialed 911. There's an assault at Northwood Townhouse Complex, parking lot B, I said calmly. A man attacked me. His family is creating a disturbance. 2 calls, 2 stories, a race against time. The father, recovering, clutched his own shoulder. The one I hadn't even touched, groaned in fake pain. My arm. You hurt my arm, you animal. The sirens grew louder, my officers, arriving with their tires squealing, doors flying open. Point 1 was a rookie, eager-faced, wide-eyed. The other a veteran with a salt and pepper mustache and tired, judgmental eyes. That I knew him by reputation. Old guard, quick to judge, slow to change. The very kind of cop my reforms targeted. The family story unfolded like rehearsed theater. Mom shrieking, son trembling, dad clutching his injured arm. The veteran officer glared at me, eyes ticking boxes on a mental checklist. Black man, casual clothes, beard, suspicion confirmed. Sir, keep your hands where I can see them. He barked. I complied, hands raised, silence my weapon. I wanted to see how this would go, to witness my own force from the outside. The rookie took notes, asking the mother, "What happened, ma'am?" Her story was a masterpiece of lies. We were minding our own business. He flew into a rage, threatened my husband. Dad groaned theatrically about his dislocated shoulder. The veteran questioned me, accusing, "You called to report that you assaulted him?" "No," I said calmly. "He assaulted me." He scoffed, smirk barely hiding his bias. The narrative was writing itself. Angry black man, unhinged, driving a car he can't afford, attacking innocent white family. The rookie asked the son what I said. Just aggressive from the start, he lied. Dad was protecting me. Their lies wrapped tight. It was my word against theirs, but with the officers primed to believe them. Then came the ID check. "Show me your ID," the veteran demanded, hand drifting toward his holstered weapon, a silent reminder of the power imbalance that I narrated every move. "Wallet's in my back pocket. Now I'm pulling it out." He ordered me to toss it on the ground. Disrespectful, humiliating. A power play. The rookie looked unsure but stayed silent. I tossed it gently. The vet kicked it, Bent down, fumbling through my wallet, he pulled out my driver's license, scanned it, then me, then back to the license. No warrants, I said. But we have a family saying you attacked them, he sneered. No witnesses but the dog walker, who conveniently vanished. It's a he said, she said, and frankly, their story's more believable. That was the moment I realized how deep this prejudice ran that I pulled out another card. Deep blue, official, embossed gold foil. Chief of Police. The vet's face went pale, slack-jawed, eyes darting between the card and me, like he'd seen a ghost. The rookie gasped, snapped to attention. Chief, sir. The family froze, the mother's mask crumbling into terror. Dad cycled through disbelief, confusion, denial, then impotent rage. Everything he thought he knew had shattered in seconds that I stepped F.